"This is better than any soap opera ever seen." Bill Clinton's ex-lover and former Dallas attorney Dolly Kyle wrote a tell-all book last year about her decades-long relationship with the would-be president of the United States. In the book Hillary the Other Woman, Kyle explains that Billy is a self-described sex addict whose sick need has been enabled by Hillary, who has actually co-conspired through her terrorist tactics. Kyle claims to have known Bill Clinton since high school and had a long-running affair with him from the mid-1970s until around 1991. She eventually sued Clinton for trying to block the publication of her book she said was loosely based on her sexual affair with him, a lawsuit which was thrown out by a judge in 1998. But her book is now out for the whole world to read. Red Nation Weekly reports, Clinton mistress speaks out, drops nuke on Hillary. "We all know that Bill and Hillary are a vile couple, as the many scandals in their past have shown. But more salacious information about this evil duo has recently come to light through the pages of a 2016 book, The Other Woman, written by Dolly Kyle, who dated Bill Clinton as a teen and had an affair with him that lasted for decades. Bill's and Dolly's history. Bill Clinton and Dolly Kyle became friends when they were both just entering puberty, in the 1960s. They dated when they were kids, then had a serious affair, starting in 1974, that lasted until the 1990s. During that time Dolly learned a tremendous amount of intimate details about Bill's personal life. Bill's life with Hillary. According to Dolly, Bill's marriage to Hillary was something he dreaded, not enjoyed. As Dolly tells it, Bill was terribly unhappy in his marriage to Hillary. Dolly, who met Hillary in the 1970s, describes Hillary as a hairy, greasy, smelly, pudgy woman with fat ankles and no fashion sense. At one point, when Dolly was giving a ride to Hillary in her car, Dolly was so overwhelmed with Hillary's offensive odor that Dolly found it hard not to kick Hillary out of her car. In her book Dolly also indicates that Hillary was a lesbian, and that Bill wanted to have a child with Hillary, whom Bill often called the warden, in order to put an end to the many rumors that were circulating about their marriage being a sham. Hillary's horrible temper. Dolly explains in her book that Hillary had a famously vile temper. One story Dolly shared centers around Hillary erupting one night, after a lost congressional race in 1974, yelling at a Jewish campaign staffer and using an anti-Semitic slur. Another of Dolly's stories about Hillary's mean spirit highlighted how, during an Arkansas governor's mansion Easter egg hunt. During this particular Easter some children with developmental disabilities were taking part in the hunt. Despite the fact that the eggs had been hidden so that they would be easy to find, the hunt was taking too long for Hillary, who then, within earshot of the children's parents, blasted out, "When are they gonna get those effing retards out of here?" Bill the sex addict. Not surprisingly, Dolly writes in her book about Bill Clinton's sex addiction. According to Dolly, she and Bill were once talking about how Will Chamberlain, the famous basketball player, had bragged about having slept with 20,000 women. Bill apparently said, "That's 10 times more than I've had." The end of the affair. Bill's and Dolly's affair ended suddenly and harshly when, in the early 1990s, Dolly told Bill that a reporter had been questioning her about their relationship. According to Dolly, Bill said that he and Hillary would destroy her if she cooperated with the press. An article on the Daily Mail site quotes Dolly as saying, "When I warned him about this story, which I had no intention of cooperating with, his threat to me was, if you cooperate with the media, we will destroy you." Bam! I slammed the phone down. It rang immediately. Kept ringing, I didn't answer it again. In the book, she goes on to make claims about Hillary that are terrifying to read but not 100% surprising. She claims Bill's marriage to crooked Hillary was something he dreaded and not enjoyed. That Bill was terribly unhappy in his marriage to Hillary. Dolly, who herself met Hillary in the 1970s, also describes Hillary as a hairy, greasy, smelly, pudgy woman with fat ankles and no fashion sense. At one point she even describes in the book the time when she was giving Hillary a ride in her car, She claimed to be so overwhelmed by Hillary's stench that she found it a struggle not to kick crooked Hillary out of her car. Wow. Multiple Democrats and especially those in the mainstream media had no issue whatsoever in publicly denouncing President Trump when the Access Hollywood locker room talk tape surfaced about a month before the 2016 election in which Trump said bad words, but they are always ready and willing to give Bill Clinton and other Democrats a pass. To the point of actually rewriting history by teaching the new generation that Bill was impeached for getting oral sex in the White House from an intern and not for one count of perjury and another of obstruction of justice. To which he was fined, disbarred and lost his law license for. Please share if you agree the Clintons need to disappear from public life. Follow us on Facebook at Freedom Daily.